Okay, I'm back, and I'm ready for the next pour. So everything's dried, and first off, I'd like to thank everyone that this channel afloat. I'm pretty grateful about that. Then there's a few questions I had between yesterday and today. So first thing is, everyone keeps asking me to show the dried thing, because I don't know, I think they think I lose cells or something. So this was the test pour I did yesterday, and it's all dry, and as you can see, I didn't lose any cells. They're all exactly the same, and that's the same for this big one. So all the cells stayed in place. It's dry. I don't want to push too hard. Might be little spots here and there that aren't totally dry, but as you can see, I didn't lose any cells. And usually I can see just after the pour if I'm going to lose cells or not, because it has to do with the thickness of the paint. So if you're losing cells, probably the thing is your paint is too thin. So try thickening it up, and you should be good to go. So there's nothing else I want to show you except the pouring of this canvas. Maybe the other thing, because everyone asks about the silicone. This is the silicone. It's that's the brand Griffin, and I know you can buy this brand pretty much all over Europe. So just go to some hardware shop, and they should have this silicone spray. So this is the only silicone that's in these colors. Normally I do a mix with some more sorts of silicone, but this is the only one in this pour. Okay, so I cleaned up my tube because I forgot that yesterday, so it was all icky on the inside, but I got it clean. And I'll be watching out, you know, when I blow air into it, because yesterday I had my whole mouth full of paint, and some people got a little anxious about that, so I'll be careful this time. I have my colors in a row. I have the I'll name them just one more time. The turquoise green, that's 661. The titanium white, that's 105. Van Dyke brown, I don't know the number, but I put red in there to make it a little chocolatey, because I don't like Van Dyke brown, but if you put red in there, it gets to a really nice chocolate color. And the orange is Azo orange, and the yellow is cadmium yellow deep. So all my colors are Amsterdam acrylics. And that's, I have lots of other paints. You've seen me test some house paint, and I have a lot of other paints that are really cheap. You know, when you're online, you see all these acrylic paints and think, well, maybe that'll work, but it never does. So I like sticking to the Amsterdam. And golden, of course, because golden has some beautiful colors. The fluid acrylics are really intense, so I like those colors too, but this time this is all Amsterdam acrylics. So I put the silicone in my paint. Like I said, 2 short sprays, psst, psst, that's it, in all colors, in the white too, and it has pouring medium. So the pouring medium I put in there because when I add that water, you are doing something to the binding of the acrylics. So I think putting the pouring medium in sort of makes it all, I don't know, you know, I don't have any cracks. And yesterday, if you saw the video yesterday, it was pretty thick paint, but there is not a crack on this whole pour. There are some little pinholes, but you can't avoid that because that's just air coming out of it. So unless you really torch it very long and then you get too many cells. So you'll have these little pinholes. But when this is ready, I'm going to coat it with acrylic, the lacquer, so it's going to be really shiny. Well, I'm going for the shiny, but if it gets too shiny, I might do a matte over it. I'm not sure. But let's get on with the pouring. So while I was doing this, putting the silicone in, I did have a little idea that my paints were just a little bit too thick. This one, the yellow, is okay. And the orange, I think, will do okay. This one, you know, I like it to come off the stick just in one motion, and then at the end give you 3 or 4 drops. This one is too thick, so I'll put some water in there, just a little bit. And be careful that I don't spill it on the good bit here. So just have it come off the stick, and then at the end I'd like to count 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about it. And this one I think is too thick. Yeah, it's starting to come off in pieces at the end, so that's not good. So a little mixing. And I might do a little test pour because I like doing that. Then I'm sure it's going to work. This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a little bit more. But I'll do a little test pour. I'll show you how I do that. Because I'm doing it out of the tube, I get one of these really big straws, and then I just cut off a piece. So, like here, I just cut that off, so that's the top. Then I get the little canvas from yesterday, and I'm going to do a little pour. So press the straw on the canvas, and I really don't want to do this on here. Let me get, that's better. So pressing the straw on the canvas. Oops, good, I put that on there, right? Let's do it differently. I hope you can see it. Putting a little turquoise in, a little brown. That's enough. And then a little orange. Yeah, the orange is too thick, so I'll have to mix that a little. But it might give a nice effect, who knows. Then a little white again. That's about it. Then clean off the straw. Don't want any paint in my mouth. Just one little bit, like that. And then I just let it roll off a little bit off the canvas. And I think I was right that it's just a little bit too thick, so I'm going to mix a little bit of water. Got some air bubbles in there. And a lot of people were asking about my torch. It's really a very cheap one. There we go. Oh, that works, but it's just a little bit too thick. So But isn't it funny how all those cells always are different? Like the cells here on the bottom, they are brown in the middle, then they have a really thin turquoise little line around them, and then they go back to brown. So that's pretty. I wish I could just always achieve the things that you want to achieve, but not today. So a little bit more mixing and then I'll get started. The orange I said was too thick, a little in the yellow. That's it. So I do all the mixing beforehand because I know some people make these videos and they show you how they do all the colors, the mixing, but I think that is so boring. You know, if I would sit here and show you how I mix paint, I think it took me an hour to mix the paint. But I just put on the TV and watch something and just go mix. And it's pretty boring. So that's about it. Yeah, feels a lot better. And I get a lot of questions about how I seal my paintings because there's silicone involved. But like I said, just wipe it with alcohol, rubbing alcohol or just plain alcohol. And then the key is just putting a really light coat of spray lacquer on, the acrylic lacquer, but very fine. And build that up because I do like 3 layers of really fine lacquer, and then all the surface is covered, and if I don't see any holes, then I'll just spray the whole can over it. Oh, that's something I'd like to tell you because I get a lot of questions. I guess you all see all the questions under the videos, but sometimes I place stuff on Facebook too. And then I got a lot of questions, and I have Instagram. I got a lot of questions. So I'm answering a lot of questions. And sometimes I need to eat, and sometimes I need to sleep, and sometimes I need to paint. So if I don't get back with you like right away, please don't get upset because I'm just doing something I need to do. And I really try to answer all the questions. Okay, we're ready. How I'm gonna finish this. The sides are really pretty because I let it go over the side, so I'm pretty happy with the sides. If you can see that. I guess you can. So there's even cells over the side, and I like that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this. So not now, but I think, because this is the last pour I'm going to show you guys, but I'm going to be pouring the lower portion of this canvas. But up here, I'm going to be pouring like in a straight line up here, and then leave this as negative space. Because yesterday I had a whole other idea, but that didn't work. So then over here, I'm going to, can you see this bit? Let me put it up just a little. You see here, I'm going to be pouring in this, but not today. I think I'll wait tomorrow. And I'm going to be pouring this. And I'm going to be pouring, oh, you can see that? Yeah. Pouring this. And then on the bottom, I'm going to leave a negative space like at the top. So all this paint, it's going to be in a sort of diagonal pattern. So down to here. Can you even see where my hand is? Yeah. Okay, so the plan is today, I think I'm going to do 3 or 4 pours going like this. I hope. And normally I never stop, I just pour, but I was really glad that I stopped. So maybe that's something you can consider doing, because I was pouring this yesterday, and you can see here that because I was doing the sides and doing a little pour up here, that this all sort of moved. So I think if I would have poured the whole thing, all these diagonals, it would not have dried very pretty, because you have to just sometimes stop, let it dry, and just start again the next day when everything's dry. So now I don't have to watch all this. All I have to watch is the new layers I'm going to put on here. So let's go and do this. And I like to start with the turquoise. And someone said, you can put something on the bottom of the tube. And that's true, but I don't really mind that it spills out just a little at the bottom. I think that's pretty, I think it gives some moisture to the canvas before I blow out the paint. Not too much of that orange and yellow. Put some white in there. And someone made some good comments about, why this works so well. I do think it has to do with the blowing out of the paint out of the tube, but also in the way I'm pouring the paint in the tube. I'm pouring it from up high, so when I look in the tube, I already see these cells forming. Okay, then I'm going to be tilting. There we go. And let it slide slightly off the side. There we go. That's it. And the next one. I'll give it a little bit of more color, but I like that it's not all the same, that you can really see that there's different patterns forming. I kind of like that. Oops, lifted up the tube a little. Don't want that. That's good. A little bit more of that brown in there. Oops, drop some on the canvas. Okay. Whoa, that came out really fast. But I want to get some different effects, so I thought that would be cool. Okay, leave it. Now I have to get a palette knife. Because I think I want to save some of this paint that's pouring off the side. That's good. And up here too. The thing is that I have nothing on the floor over here. So I'll have to pour that, and I don't really want to do that tomorrow. Then let it come down a little bit. Oh yeah. It's dripping all over the carpet. I don't care. Carpet's old. Okay, that's good. Then I think I'd like to turn it around a little bit. And do this side. then I have to do one more before I can torch it. So I'm not sure if I am going to be able to do this all today. That's nice. Let that flow down. Yep, that's good. Okay. And then I'm gonna be, can you see if I do something here? Yeah. Okay, next one. And now I'm going to pour the other way around. That could be nice. Who knows? I'm trying to stay out of the camera part. But I'm sorry if you can't, if you only see my hair. Just a little bit of yellow and orange. Oh, fuckaroon toonie. It's pouring all over the floor. Okay, can't have everything go right. I really need a bigger table. So let me see if I can scrape some up. Some beautiful cells in there. Damn it. Now I lost them. I don't really mind making a mess, but I'll have to clean it up later. See, now I'm at this point where I'm thinking, yeah, I should stop because I have to torch this, but I gotta do just one more. Maybe I can fix this. I gotta find something else instead of this tube. It's just that I keep on reaching for paint, and then I let the grip loose. Okay. And this one I'm gonna really fill up until the top. Yeah, some spilled out there. Don't care. Want some more brown. Let's clean it up a little. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's good. The side. That was what I was looking for. Now I want to turn it around. I'll let it go down there just a little bit, and then I'm gonna be torching. Perfect. That's good. Torch. There we are. This is pretty. Not too much over here. Don't want too much there. I like to keep that like that. That is really cool. Oh, you can't believe it. How beautiful. Just a little bit there, maybe a little bit here. That's it. That's it, don't overdo it. wish someone could say, walk away, don't touch it, leave it like this. But I can't hear you. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Just want to cover the sides a little bit. And here it's good. A lot of cells going over the side. I might do a little pour over this because I'm not too fond of the yellow. But maybe you guys can tell me what you think about it, this bit over here. I could do a little pour over it. Not sure. Just tell me what you think. So this I'm gonna pour later. This I'm gonna keep like that. I love this. You can see it, what I'm pointing at. Yeah. So I love that. I think I'll keep it like this. And I like the orange here in the middle. Just a little bit. And I like this bit. I really like this band of lacing. It's beautiful. Okay, I'll show you close up. Take off my gloves. And I will be doing covering this a little bit up, and I've got some paint on there, I see, so I'll have to do a little cleanup. Let me get you off here. Whoops. Okay. Let's see. There we go. See, even over the sides, there's cells. I like that when they go over the side. And then this I really like, that bit, and the whole band of cells over here. I'm not sure the iPad is doing a good thing about the colors. Let me take it back a little bit. Put it in focus. Nah, in reality the turquoise is prettier than on the iPad. But I have some lamps up here, so maybe that's dinking around with the color. But I'll be taking pictures later, so this is what I poured. Then over the top. And down here. Okay, so, I have I bought a camera a while ago. I have one of those little Nikon cameras, but you can take video, HD video, so I think I'm gonna try using that. I ordered 2 SD cards, so tomorrow I'll try that. Okay, thank you for watching again, and just want to send a lot of hugs and kisses from Holland. So bye bye.